Hey everyone, Optimus Wilbur here, and this video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This is aimed at young collectors and adult collectors. Let's start the video. Welcome everyone back to another Optimus Wilbur Reviews, and if you want to make baby Grimlock happy, why not hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share it amongst your Transformer friends. This helps the channel out so much, and thank you for helping me get to 500 subs. I know it's been a little while since the last video. I really wanted to get a video out just as soon as 500 hit, but just college work came in and I had to make sure that was all done. But until the thing I wanted to do for the celebration arrives, let's look at a set I really wanted to get for a long time. And of course, yep, it's been Toyhax. This is a set I really did want. The Titans Return Chaos and Velocitron box set. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Anyways, I wanted this because of that guy. I wanted Laser Prime. The G2 variant of Prime is one of my favourites. Of course, I've done the video with the original G2 Prime in the box, but I wanted that one. I have got the Titans Return Prime. I managed to pick him up, but he was missing the sword and various other bits and bobs. At least this is all complete. And originally it was going to just be him in the video, but thanks to you guys on Instagram, you really wanted to see Nautica as well, so I thought, why not make it all of them? We'll just bring in every single one, because that's a 6-shot remold, a blur remold, and of course in Fast Clash is just his own little thing. But let's start things off with him, so let's bring him over and look at him. So straight away he has weapons, which is a part of the Toyhax bundle. So let's take them off just now, because for the car to hold them in transformation mode you have to put the arms out. So let's look at him if he didn't have the arms out, okay? The Formula 1 mode is okay, it's just a little gimmick for the bot, just a small bot, quick transformation as well. But a lot of the decals can be seen in this, so the likes of the arms have been redone, a new decal up here on the spoiler, and extra ones added down here for vents. If I come to the front, nice little lights, the light is picking up for a change, nice chrome effect. And basically in that middle part, yeah, we've got one of those hologram decals, but it doesn't work if you like touch it, it's got that effect to it. Transformation for this guy is simple, so if I actually do it quickly, just do that, turn it round, his head, you can see those lights up there. Just move this part to the back, close up, and at the hands here there's a lot more decal, so you've got 1, 2 and 3 just to give them extra colour going round. Just get that hand out as well. And this is where I miss the ankle tilts. Let's equip those 3D printed guns. The arms on nice ball joints. And there you go. There's the first bot. And it gives you a rough idea what the decals we're going for. It's not overly doing them. It's just something just to tidy this little guy up and just give him a little bit extra colour. But the fact that they added guns to it and gave him weapons when the other 3 have got weapons, this guy really never had anything. This gives this bot a unique look, and I kind of like it. The 3D printing matches the colour of the legs. It's not quite that white in the hands, but it's more of that greyish colour down the bottom. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up completely, but the fact that they've done something like that is really cool, and I really, really like it. Next, let's bring in the one a lot of people did ask for, is of course Nautica, the block repaint. And the decals are kind of similar to the Blurred Titans Returns, which I have done on my movie wall. I just haven't got round to showing them off. The decals are very similar. I think the only difference is the cockpit is a bit different. Apart from that, everything else is the exact same. Apart from these bits, and what I like about these can just clip off. And that's where I'm saying it's just blur. But I do love the colour scheme. And I kind of changed it up a little bit, because you've got options for like sort of the shiny decals or just like the plain coloured ones, and I kind of done a mixture of both and try to keep the colour scheme going in the right direction. So let's start things off if we lift up this part. So down the front we've added a new Autobot label and these decals going up the front of the car. Take her to the side and we've added these ones here. These do come in a different colour, but I've decided to go with the yellow so it matches up there. At the side, this is where you see the light's not really picking up the chrome ones, but there's a nice chrome one there. If I turn it round, and inside where the headmaster is, you can just make out a little decal for speed. On the back, we've got this kind of engine looking one with a spanner. The spanner's just there. And a license plate saying Nautica. I had to make sure that was added. So overall, car mode looks fantastic. I really do like the fact that the decals work. The decals really do work with the colour scheme. Moves perfect going along. And now let's get her transformed and look at some of the other decals that are hidden because of transformation. Now, if I bring in Headmaster, we have got Parsec. Just sharpen the camera. Just make sure she's in focus. But yeah, you've got a little Autobot symbol just right in the middle there. Do the usual, twist the head round, and then we'll just clip the head on. And there we go, we have got Nautica, and I think she looks incredible. The decals really show a lot off. Now, the new ones. So we've already seen this part in the front of the car, but now we've got vents up here. But instead of adding the silver down at the hands, I went for yellow to break it up, to keep in the tradition of going with the purple and yellow. If I move this down, and just zoom in, go to the legs, 2 silver decals there, and we've got nice ones here. Again, there is optional ones to put here, but I decided to keep silver going down. And then I can just house that in the back with the shield. I didn't really want to put shield on, it's not one of my favourite things with blur, so I decided to leave it up there. The head sculpt I think is incredible for one of the Titans Return figures. This is kind of like one of my favourites. And I kind of see what everybody does like this bot. So I have this variation when I never had one at all. It is pretty cool. It's just the exact same as blur with movement, posability, transformation, if you've got the Titans Return version. But yeah, she is pretty cool, and I'm quite happy I managed to get on this pack. I didn't think I was really going to like her, in the sense of I just wanted Laser Prime. But yeah, she's quickly took over as one of the favourites now from that Titans Return toy line. Now let's bring in the guy I really did want. Laser Prime. Now, heads up, I am not going to go to jet mode. I absolutely hate jet mode. I'll show you a picture though of how it does look, and with the decals on the front of the jet. There's nothing really different, it's just decals have been added to the wings, which I can show when it's in robot mode, and on the tail as well, again in robot mode, so you're not really missing out. But the jet mode, I think we can all agree that Prime is a triple changer like that, I just don't like. But the mould was great for Octane or High Octane, I can't remember the name, which was a tanker and a jet, so it made sense for that character, but they honestly used this mould so many times. Now, heads up with the decals, okay? There was weapon storage for this bot down the side, where you just put likes of the gun and the sword down there, but with the new decals it covers it up. So, where are the new decals? So down the front you can see we've added silver decals and black decals to finish off the cab and that makes it look more like the original G2. I kind of wish there was more here at the grille. We only got you can get the option to put like sort of a Generation 1 logo. Of course I'm going to go G2 all the way with this guy. So I've put that one there, but I was kind of hoping for more down here than just the black and red here and the 2 chrome. If we come down the side of the truck, we've got windows added here, and one is covered just with the placement of this part here, but you will be able to see it better once like everything's in robot mode, but it's to give you the look that is windows. But the new replacement decal for going across here, I think it's a lot nicer. It does break it up, whereas the other one's just like a continuous finish on each section. I prefer the colours. It's totally optional if you want to do this. I like it like this, but again, you're sacrificing like weapon storage. Again, it looks kind of silly hanging off the side, but it's just one of those things with this bot. There's not really much you can do with it regarding the size. If I'll turn them round, the back of the tanker, we have decals here and lights down here. Now there is optional ones here again, but the optional ones showed off the Autobot logo from Generation 1. If it was a Generation 2 logo, they would have been slapped on. Again, try to keep everything Generation 2 looking. So I'm decided just to go with the plain one. I think it looks fine. And overall, that is what the truck looks like. I think it does bring more colour out the front and the back, whereas we already had a decal coming up here, as I just sharpen the camera. So this was just normal for the original looking bot, but it's just a bit brighter. On the actual sheet, there was more orange to it. That is the only thing I wish. There was just a little bit more orange up the top for hiding in here. It's the only thing I wish there was, but I can't complain. I do think the decals look good, but where the bot really does pop is when it's in robot mode. So let's get him transformed, and I'll show you what the decals are like for that. Bringing in the headmaster, we have refractor, I can't pronounce it right. Usual. Turn the head round just to get it ready for combination. Small Autobot decal in there, can't get my words right. Do the transformation. Beautiful colour for Prime's head. Head on, and there we go. How amazing does this Prime look? Absolutely incredible. This is where the decals shine. So starting at the legs, we've added decals down here, which continues that red scheme, which I just love. And then if we go up, we've got the G2 symbols and the shoulders, again, optional. You've got variants you can put in here, but I'm keeping it to saying Optimus Prime. I love that. And in the grille, the light's just picking it up, but there's small decals in here, which bounce off, so it gives it more of a shine down the rib section and the grille. There's 2 little decals I've placed in there, they're optional, and if I lift it up, you've got a matrix of leadership. So let's close that back down. At the arms, you have nice little shiny ones here, just to tidy that up. I think it just adds a little bit more colour, break up the red a little bit. And if I turn them round, this is where the wings are. Again, I am not a big fan of the wings. I just think they're just there. So if I lift up the tail, you have a yellow one in there, and if I flip this down, you've got this red one matching on each side. We'll move that up, open the wingspan, and there is the decals for the jet. Again, the rest is hidden in here. If I wanted to show you the blue one or the red ones, because they were blue, let's move out this. That gives you a rough idea of what it looks like. I'm just not a fan of that jet mode. I just think it looks horrendous. It's not one of my favourite modes at all. But this mode is. I absolutely adore this Prime. I was always a massive fan of Generation 2 Laser Prime, and now I've got a modern take on it. So, weapons. Let's bring in that blaster. get him in a nice pose, get him looking all menacing. And let's bring in the sword, because there is an added decal coming down the sword, just one right there, just gives it more of a shine. And we'll just place it on. Just get him posing again. He's not as easy to pose, but there you go. Titan's Return G2 Laser Prime, and I just think that looks fantastic. Absolutely incredible looking bot, especially with those decals. They really have fixed a lot of issues I didn't like. I don't like the bots looking plain, but this does look really, really good. Now, to finish everything off, we have Quick Switch. And Quick Switch is just basically a repaint of the Six Shot body. Again, we all know the body of Six Shot. There's different transformations. The decals really can be seen all in this variant. That's the thing. With this decal variant, however, there is different ones compared to Six Shot. There's ones that really don't show up, especially down the front here, where Six Shot had them. I might actually link that video, so you guys get to see what I'm talking about. But here's pictures to showcase what the different modes look like. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. It's just if you've got a mode you really like for transformation, everybody always got to keep hitting that mode. I do like the beast mode, but I prefer the car mode to show off the decals, if that makes sense. I think you get a better appreciation for them, and that's what we're going to start with. So, car mode only for Quick Switch. So if we go down and fix that camera, and we'll take off his weapons because I'm going to have to talk about them as well. So the front of the car, nice red ones coming across here, which tidies that section up. But these two grey ones right here, that was a section where you could place the guns. Now that section is gone, but you can still put them there if you want the guns there for various other modes. There's two variations of the windscreen you can put here. I went with more of that shaded look. I quite like that look. And we'll take away the headmaster and we'll come back to him. Coming down the side, we've added the decals going around the wheels, which I think finishes that off, and it just looks a lot tidier than just plain red. You can't really see this decal yet, but we'll get to that when he's in transformation mode. But there's a nice blue silver one here, which again tidies up the colour and adds just going down through it. Come to the back, nice little lights here, and I will flip out the head because, again, like Six Shot, the beast mode, you've got different eyes. This one's got more of like a softer tone eyes compared to Six Shot's evil eyes, of course being a Decepticon, and you've got decals for the ears, so it gives you something for that. Now you might be wondering who's that hiding there. Well, now I can get to him. In this set, Optimus Prime is in it, and it's just a headmaster if he likes to come out. I don't understand why it's just a headmaster. I have got two versions of the Titan's Return bot. I've got the Hasbro and the Takara one, so it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, I've just kept them with this set. The head sculpt for Optimus looks okay. It looks fine, but I've just not put it on the other ones because the Legend one looks fine for Hot Rod and the Titan's Return one has been Toyhax to match the set. So what I've done is I just kept them in. I originally actually had them in Prime, but I'll just put them back in Quick Switch. I'll just place them back in here. There we go. All safe and secure. Now the wings, these are similar to Six Shot's. Got these black ones with a little more gunmetal, shiny gunmetal, breaking up the colour here with these ones in here. Again, optional. And if I flip this side up, the wings have got it as well. That is just beautiful decals there and the shine coming off. You can just see the light bouncing off them. The arms have their own set, which I will get to, but there's more around here. So let's get them transformed and we'll look at them robot mode and we'll finish up this video. We'll bring in his Headmaster Dynamis And there you go. Again, little Autobot symbol, transform him, flip the head round so it connects better. And we'll just slot him in place. Just make sure it's locked. And there you go. So, decals on this guy. So let's start with the arms. So then I can fix that section there. Similar to Six Shot, we've got the panels filled in here with just extra coloured ones, which I think finish this guy off, because again, he looked very plain. But then if I put the wings out, these small tails have the ones matching the wings if you go into jet mode or anything like that, and I think they look really tidy. The one here, however, you've got to open up, and it's a mirrored one, it slots in there, just to give that look. Put on a new Autobot logo, and you've got these ones down here, and here. Come down a bit, just two here at the crotch plate, and those blue ones I was talking about, that you couldn't really see in car mode. Now, this bot, I quite like. I do like the six shot. I keep getting confused with 6-gun mould because I never had one. And for what I've been told and read, the Generation 1 variant is completely different, if I'm right. Okay, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I know, like so Patria, that they'll know for a definite. But let's bring in these guns, because there is decals on that, just little ones there. And we'll put them in. And just get this one to go in. There we go. And that's what I mean. It's just the exact same as 6 Shot. And if I put him at the back now with the group, we'll fix this camera. They look amazing. This is an amazing set. I kind of miss these sets. Eventually they came to the UK. I missed out. And I had to obviously wait a good few years. And I wasn't going to miss out again. G2 Laser Prime is the reason I wanted it, but the rest of the bots have made me fall in love with this set. You get a poster with the set, you get all the information on them. It's not like sort of some of the sets now, which is quite limited, and they feel forced when you could get these bots individually. I can't remember if you could with that one. I think you could, but you needed that one to make the twin set. But the fact that you could get these bots individually, and these are just repaints, whereas now it's, if you want to complete the set, you need to buy the box sets, which I don't agree with, but that's another matter. And I think it's been discussed to death anyhow. But this set is cool. It is so cool, and I think I'm now done with Titan's Return. I don't think I'm going to get any more I've missed from it. I managed to get the ones I wanted, if it was through the Legends variant on the Japanese side with like God Ginray and stuff, down to these guys. And waiting for these guys I think was worth it to finish it off, especially having a new look to Laser Prime. Nautica has been fantastic, and Quick Switch and Fast Clash, that is a terrible name, look amazing. They really do look cool. So, Transformer fans, this has been a bit of a long video for me from a change. So, what is up next? And this is down to you, what you guys want. I still got a lot I can go through, and it is all Toyhax based now. So I'm trying to keep it down to one bot a video. This is the last time you'll see 4 bots in one video, because it's a pain to do what I do. So, up next, you can have either Netflix Hound, or you can have, if I bring them in, Airfry's Starscream, and both have been Toyhaxed. So it's up to you. Please leave a message in the chat what guys you would like to see next, and I'll catch you all in the next Optimus Wilbur reviews. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band, it does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.